So another topic I thought I'd briefly touch upon, which is somewhat related to my last video on this channel, to do with the whole sub for sub thing and how I really don't like that, and what I actually, what draws my attention on YouTube and everything, and kind of just a loose, set of rules as to the outlook you should have on YouTube. Something I've been wanting to comment on for a long time is actually the likes and dislikes function on YouTube. Because I think there's maybe a lot of confusion for people who are just strictly watching videos and such, that, YouTube way back in the day, even before I was involved, was pretty much all about, view count, likes, thumbs ups, and dislikes, video shares, and everything like that. And the modern incarnation of YouTube, it's really kind of evolved in the last year or two, maybe, to the point where that's largely, the percentage of that that matters as far as having a successful channel or not really doesn't matter as much anymore. As far as the view count, likes and dislikes, the view count is still something that exists in the primary framework of the telemetry of a video and its success. A lot of it has to do with, if you're, a YouTuber who makes videos, the analytics can tell you, what's working, what's not, and stuff like that. And I'm not even somebody who really pays attention to that. I do sometimes, out of curiosity and a fascination, dip into the analytics of my videos on my main channel and such, and see what is getting the most views and most audience, air quotes, interaction, which is what really matters. It's kind of falling in line with the aesthetic of my outlook on YouTube, why I make videos to begin with, the audience interaction and the communication back and forth in the comments, and people staying to watch the video from beginning to end and everything like that. And I've heard the term loosely referred to talking about people who do this like drive-by commenting, troll commenting, or not commenting at all, just hitting a dislike button and everything. And like, with how little weight that even holds anymore, I don't exactly know why it even still exists. Either or, thumbs up or thumbs down, like or dislike. And it does kind of, as somebody who is an observer of human nature, the writer side of my mind is always kind of fascinated when I get a dislike and somebody hasn't actually chimed in to explain why, what it was in my video they didn't like, maybe the whole video, maybe something in particular that I said. And since I'm somebody who really takes the most fulfillment and value out of having the conversation, getting comments, responding to comments, having replies to those comments, and sometimes, it's become more rare these days, but sometimes doing a video response to somebody, since that is the primary value I take from it, it's almost like a joke and a fascination, just a curiosity, a passing curiosity, to see when I get dislikes. For example, the most viewed video on my main channel was recently topped. It had been for a couple of years or whatever, an in memoriam of Donald Duck Dunn, the bass guitarist from the Blues Brothers band. And I just had whipped up a brief in memoriam sort of musical video, and that had like I think 17,000 some odd views for the longest time, and I don't think it had any dislikes. I don't remember what the likes count was and everything. And in the last couple of months, I had made a reaction video to an Evangelion anime teaser. It was CG animated and made to look very much Pacific Rim-esque. And this thing was like thunderstruck. It was a thunderbolt unleashed. This thing raced to top all, most viewed videos on my channel. As of the time of this recording, I think it's upwards of something like 20 or 21,000 some odd views. And but the intriguing thing is, it's more about the people watching that video, the view count, and the people staying to watch from beginning to end, that hold any weight or clout in the success of that video, because it has somewhat hilariously 270 some odd dislikes and only like 70 some odd, maybe, or 80 some odd likes on it. Definitely, you know, a landslide of dislikes. And really, that just amounts to the viewership of the video, whether people are staying or not. It's more about if they are, but I mean, that's hilarious to me. I mean, even with all those dislikes, if I had monetized my videos, I probably could have wowed myself with a $5 check, a whole $5 from Google, because of the madcap views on that video. And only a few people have actually had, you know, sort of the courage to engage me and explain to me what they didn't like about the video. Ironically, most people didn't like the teaser itself and were kind of taking it out on my video without purpose, without any actual meaning in the end of their doing that and disliking it. But even when people disagree with me, even when people don't like what I have to say, what I'm primarily taking fulfillment and satisfaction out of is the conversation. When people post a comment, you know, they're moved to have and share in the conversation that I begin in that video, and I can go back and forth with them, and you know, on rare occasion, go ahead and do a video response if I feel it's warranted and I have a lot to say on a topic. And I just think a lot of people who are making videos and trying to get a start making videos, who might get into this, you know, crux of feeling like it has to be successful, and if you're getting dislikes, you know, you're failing and everything. That stuff really doesn't matter. What matters is if there is audience engagement. I don't even like referring to it as audience engagement, because as I said in my previous video on this channel, it's a level playing field from my perspective. We're all peers, even if we have, you know, tremendous age differences, or you know, our genders are different, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me, as long as we're communicating back and forth. That's what I love. And whether that be somebody who absolutely agrees with everything I've said, or somebody only partially agrees, or somebody who absolutely you know, the antithesis, does not agree, and the conversation we have, I've had a couple of long, you know, not, I wouldn't say heated, you know, comments back and forth with people, but I mean, the viewpoints, I love challenging my own perspective, and I love trying to challenge whoever, you know, sees fit to click on my video and watch it. I want to challenge their perceptions and maybe get them thinking and wanting to discuss a topic. It could be something as simple as, what did you think of the latest anime episode this week that I'm reviewing and talking about? Maybe I didn't like it. Maybe I didn't like aspects of it. Maybe I head over heels loved it. And as long as there's communication back and forth in the comments and people want to engage, you know, that's of the utmost importance to me. So when I see likes, it's like, oh, awesome. You know, somebody wanted to show their support, and maybe they don't chime in, and that's kind of sad. You know, I want to have the conversation, but I feel, you know, supported. And when somebody dislikes the video, conversely, it's just kind of like, it's a curiosity, you know. Okay, what was it they didn't like? But, oh well, you know, it doesn't amount to anything. So, it's not going to amount to anything to me unless you want to talk about it. And so, yeah, for those of you just budding and starting out to make videos, don't get hung up on it. Likes or dislikes, they really don't matter a lot. And if you want to make, you know, being successful on YouTube the focus, even though I think that's a poor choice, of making videos on YouTube, you know, check out the analytics and follow that information and see what garners people's attention, what keeps their attention, and whether that be the topic at hand, or your personality, how you edit your videos, and, you know, your on-camera persona. I don't think you should be a character. I think you should be, you know, true to yourself. But yeah, take sort of little mind of the likes and dislikes. See who's sharing your video, who's taking time to comment on your video, who's watching your videos thoroughly, which ones they are sticking with watching, where the most range of your viewership comes from. Because that whole likes, dislikes business is just kind of, you know, it doesn't really matter anymore. And so, yeah, otherwise, just keep on rocking and doing what you're doing, grooving, and, you know, it's the best you can do.